Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So, Slime is finally back, and did it feel like it was going super quick? Because, of course, every show that I love and want to watch just goes by so dang quick, it feels like. But with that also being said, we get some greatness when it comes down to this fight and overall learning a little bit more of what Great Sage might be capable of in the future, and not to mention the whole entire fact that they actually did well to not just keep this pig as someone who's evil and doing things because oh, that was cool. My controller died. And he was seeing things the only way he saw fit and stuff like that. But it more or less came down to the fact that the reason why he was doing it, he was a pawn. I mean, that should have been obvious. But more than that was his people were already starving. And with me thinking like just how that could start possibly happening is maybe the person who gave him the name in the first place has something to do with that. And for him to already have been a king, it makes so much sense why he was already recommended or easily turned into what he was turned into, being one of the strongest of his people already with a unique skill of being able to regenerate very quickly. So he really did try to go in on Slime, on Rimuru, but man, like Great Sage activating auto battle mode, showing us just what type of speed he can truly possess, and maybe not even like the real brute of it, because with him turning into a slime, I think his body might be able to move quicker, or I mean, maybe even being able to um, turn into things that he knows is quicker, or at least take the form of them. He could have done more, but with him loving to be a human again, he kind of has to take on the disadvantages and the advantages of being a human all the time now. So I'm also really interested into that aspect of why he, is so catered to fighting as a human compared to what he could be fighting as. I don't think that's ever going to be necessarily explained, besides maybe it's just like we're human and, that's what we want to be as ourselves, or something close to ourselves. We don't want to be some monster. But other than that, him and his power and like just how he was using the flame in this week's episode was absolutely dope. Like first he put the flame on the guy on the demon lord freaking arm. We literally saw the birth of a demon lord this week's episode, and we also just saw that a brand new demon lord who ate someone who was giving names to people who could raise up demon lords literally still gets slapped by this slime, by this one person. Pretty much we saw everybody going in and putting in pretty much any ounce of overpowering attacks into the demon lord. I can say demon lord now, that's ridiculous. And nothing happening, to the effect of making him actually know that he's in a dire situation, that he is going to actually lose, until Rim comes in and still cuts off one arm with the fire flames, leaves the fire flames there, so he can't even regenerate until that flame is gone. It's pretty much like Automatarasu. I can't even pronounce it. But it's like Sasuke's technique with the black flames, where if it starts to burn something, it pretty much never stops until that thing it is on completely burns, which in Sasuke's case, if it was on the earth, it should just continuously try to burn the whole entire earth to pieces. Um, but in this case, it's just literally on this guy's arm, and he rips off that part and just grows it all back like it's nothing. Not to mention, the most that the other people did was straight up cut off this man's head, and after doing so, he still just puts his head back on and like he's a dang slime or something. He had like purple oozing slime coming out of his neck, which I don't think will ever be necessarily explained unless Rimuru actually goes in and maybe talks to Great Sage, and she tells us just what we have gotten from all of this. But with knowing that even the ability of Devour left all of the troops of the Demon Lord after being taken out by Predator, it makes you question if he really does have it, and if he does have it, if he named anybody, would they obtain it? Because this ability is one of the most dangerous abilities I have seen, just by seeing how the Demon Lord was capable of utilizing it by eating his own teammates, by eating the enemies if they were on the field. You could tell that if he fought any battles before this one and took any type of damage, he just ate them. You know what I mean? He just grabbed that person and just ripped them apart. So that was kind of overpowered for him in that sense, because he could already regenerate. So giving him another power that makes him even stronger when he eats people was crazy. But yeah, so the whole episode just takes place in this beautiful arc of a fight. The next episode is pretty much just talking about all the people who pretty much survived, and I like how they're calling it the Juvia Forest or whatever Alliance instead of just Rim's Alliance or something like that. It kind of makes it seem like the whole forest is capable of making calls instead of just him being kind of like the Dwarf King in the instance, I have to make this decision because I am the only one who can make this. It's nah, bro. We can have multiple people from multiple races making all these decisions, but at the end of the day, sure, Rim's gonna come and take care of the trash if you guys can't handle it, but at least you guys had some say in it. He just seems like that type of person. After this war was also over, there was a high possibility that we lose the instance of these people on our team, the people who had their village taken away from them in the first place and were on the run, or not even on the run, just looking for power to pretty much take out the people that did them dirty. We instantly get their information onto what they want from Rim, and that is to pretty much stay by his side and continuously become stronger if they still can, even if they train now, or if they meet other people that have abilities completely separate from their own, could they be taught those abilities? Look at that wind pose, weird. But yeah, man, I truly missed this show so much. Think about it, before Christmas started, we hadn't had an episode of Slime. It's been it felt like 2 Mondays, man. 2 Mondays. It's been so long, but to have it back and to see it in full force, oh, so beautiful. The only other person I wanted to talk about was just how much emphasis they kind of let the guy who named the orc kind of just go on. He went on for 9 minutes almost before the orc or the demon lord kind of just shows up and is like, alright, well, you're a piece of trash, and now I'm glad I could hear you saying what you really mean out in the battlefield, which, was kind of stupid. Let me stand in front of this giant man-eating, or race-eating demon lord I'm raising and talk trash and call him scum and stuff. I get it, you gave him his name and you should be considered its god or father, but you ain't nothing no more. And the reason why I say you ain't nothing no more is, with Rim, he literally verbatim said, you're not going to kill anyone with moves like that. So the one move he continuously spammed is a move he didn't even expect it to kill anyone. although he did jump in front of the people and stop the attack from even reaching them in the first place, so we don't get an idea if they could defend against it. But from the reaction, it seemed like they couldn't. And that would make it more. I mean, it also makes sense why he made his move so quickly to stop it. But on the flip side, he probably just didn't want any sustained damage from his team. Like he said, he is greedy, and one of the most greediest things to be able to do in a battle would to be have all your teammates take 0 damage and even get revenge, so they don't feel like they were just carried through the whole fight. They literally got to destroy like a crap ton of people that would have probably eaten some of their family. Sure, they didn't get to take out the main guy who was pushing the army forward, but they did get to at least take out handfuls of those guys. So that had to feel good. And then they got to witness it. Not to mention they did fight him and cause him some pain to want to recover and to show us how strong his recovery was. So that's a lot of feats that they did against a demon lord, mind you. So I'm going to have to end this one early, guys. If you want more from me about this episode, just drop a comment down below and a like. I will read everything on it. I have people coming over checking out my house right now. We're having some leaking issues, so with that being a problem, I really want to get it handled, me and my family. So if you guys did enjoy this, a like would be greatly appreciated. I hope that you guys have an awesome day/night. I just need to get out there so this guy can come in and take pictures of it, and we can get an estimate of just what is going on in this place. But in other news, before I go, Mob Psycho and another show that I have been looking forward to has dropped, guys. And if you are not a subscriber here, I feel sorry for you, because I'm going to be dropping content like crazy today. Not to mention Golden Kamui dropped something as well, but I think it's a dub, so I think I'm good on that. They already had their season finale, so if they do anything, it's going to be like OVAs and stuff like that. So that could also be a thing. So man, I am hungry for anime, and it is satisfying my hunger, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so guys, thank you so much for the support. Slime is back on schedule, baby, and we are in better hands. So if you guys do truly want more Slime, and what I think could be happening in the future of this show after the Alliance and stuff like that, I will do a video on one of the days that I just pretty much don't have anything to post in the first place, so it'll work out really well. There'll be more Slime on the channel, and it'll feel like I actually can answer questions in a video if you guys have any in this video. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Anime G, because that's me, and I hope you guys have a great, awesome day. With that all being said, be ready for more content later today. I hope I can get it to you sooner than later, so I apologize if it is later and you were expecting it sooner. So thank you, everybody, and peace.